Thank you for coming. Wow, what a great turnout for a Sunday morning. I appreciate coming out, and I hate to admit it, but I'm so excited about the breach. I'm sure that's not how most of you look at it, but I just couldn't contain myself when I went out there the first time. Everybody's looking with such concern. I'm like, but we've been studying. I've had students out here for years. Starting in 2006, we started surveying, and many of you even assisted and came out. We stopped that a few years ago. It just got to be a little too much, and I didn't have students trained anymore. But I really found the power of Google Earth, and actually teach a course in it now where we do measurements of the shoreline using the Google Earth tools. And I'm not going to bore you with all that, but I am using Google Earth a lot. And then we also are able to take advantage of the overflights that the Property Owners Association and environmental committees have sponsored over the years. And even more recently, the really cool technology of Reggie's drone. Where's Reggie? So yeah, the best pictures in this show are from Reggie's drone. So I'm going to become obsolete very soon, I think. And, we'll just, so I also want to preface this by saying I'm not a consultant. So I'm an educator, and I want to educate you on what's going on, and I will give you an idea of something that could happen, but I'm not the person to make that decision or to even consult you on it. And so I just want to put an idea in your head that you can either take to the consultant who's coming. I believe Tim Kahn is coming in the future, and he was my mentor, so it's pretty cool that he and I are talking about the same thing. Of course, he may not agree with me, but he's the one who will make decisions, maybe. So I'm going to start by educating you, just in case you haven't attended one of my previous talks. Shame on you. But I want to at least start showing you what I'm talking about in terms of shoreline change and coastal processes. So here we have a shoreline. It's not Dewees, it's just one I use all the time. And we have a pretty healthy beach with young dunes, vegetated dunes. And what you can tell by this is the angled approach of the waves to the shoreline. Here. And these components of a healthy beach are really important, and you've all seen your beach go through stages of this, and then not so much sand, certainly. But what I want to focus on is those waves. So when they're angled, they approach the shore, and they're bending, they're refracting as they move into shallower waters. But rarely do waves just approach a shore head-on. They're usually coming in from some angle, and as they approach shore, they slow down and they bend a little more. And basically, as that wave approaches the shore, oh, that's right, pointers don't work on these kind of streams. As it approaches the shore, it pushes the sand grain up at an angle, and then gravity pulls it back down. And then the next wave pushes that particle of sand up the beach, and gravity pulls it back down. And that zigzag motion is called longshore transport. You've probably heard it called longshore drift. I don't like that term, but I won't take points off on the exam if you use longshore drift. So we end up with this angle, and you can always look at the wave approach and predict the direction of longshore transport because it's the opposite of the point of the angle. Goes that way. So you have to remember that for the future slides because you are going to get a quiz. So here's the beach, and we have a series of waves approaching the shoreline. They're coming in at an angle, and the wave pushes a particle up the beach, and gravity pulls it back down. Next wave pushes that particle up, and gravity pulls it down. And so that's your longshore transport, and it's going on all the time. If the wave direction changes, of course, so does longshore transport. But yes?
Is it the same amount pushed on shore as gravity will fall?
No, I mean, it depends. It depends. And sometimes gravity pulls it straight down, but if you have a lot of energy in the wave, the return angle is more at an angle also. So that process, if you have down at Kiowa, if you have longshore transport uninterrupted through time, you grow features, and this is called spit, and you can see how the spit used to be different lengths, and it keeps adding on. And so you don't have a spit at the end of your island because the Dewees Inlet is so dynamic, it doesn't allow for the growth. But Isle of Palms has one, and certainly Kiowa. But just to make sure you understand longshore transport, that's the key to really figuring out where sand might go as we look at a shoreline.